When Apple first unveiled the Apple TV back in 2007, it didn't look like the kind of product destined to change the world. In fact, Steve Jobs himself brushed it off as a hobby, something that existed more as a side experiment than as a core business. It was a little silver box that did one thing: let you play movies and shows from iTunes on your television. There was no app store, no gaming potential, no artificial intelligence. Yet, as has so often been the case with Apple, the real magic wasn't about what the device could do on day one, but about where it might eventually lead. Apple has always excelled at planting seeds that don't fully bloom until years later. The iPod didn't just give us music on the go, it opened the door for the iTunes Store and paved the way for the iPhone. The iPhone, in turn, reshaped how we live, communicate, and work. The Apple Watch started off as a curiosity and is now central to fitness and health monitoring. With Apple TV, that same long-term strategy has been unfolding slowly and quietly in the background. It has gone from basic HD streaming to 4K HDR, from simple media playback to being the device that can serve as the hub for your smart home. For years, though, it still felt like a sidekick rather than a hero product. But now things are changing. The 2025 version of Apple TV is shaping up to be more than just another upgrade. If the rumors and leaks are true, Apple is preparing to completely reinvent what this device represents. It's no longer about having a sleek way to stream your favorite shows. It's about making the Apple TV the beating heart of your living room, and perhaps even your entire home. Apple is betting big on artificial intelligence, advanced hardware, and a growing ecosystem of devices all working together. And this might finally be the moment where the little black box under your TV becomes the most important device in your household. The key driver of this shift is performance. Apple is reportedly putting its A18 Pro chip inside the new Apple TV, the same processor that powers the iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 16 Pro. That's a huge jump in capability, especially for a living room device. The A17 Pro is built on advanced 3nm architecture, optimized not just for speed but for AI workloads. This means Apple TV won't just be able to handle smooth navigation or snappy app switching, it will be capable of console-level gaming, real-time graphics rendering, and intense multitasking, all without breaking the sweat. Imagine firing up a visually demanding game on Apple Arcade and experiencing it with no lag, no console, and no extra hardware, just your TV and the Apple TV box. It's the kind of performance leap that could finally blur the line between dedicated gaming consoles and Apple's home device. But raw power isn't enough on its own. A modern home is a web of devices that all need to connect and communicate. Lights, thermostats, locks, cameras, appliances, every one of them is getting smarter, but they often operate in silos, fragmented across different platforms. This is where Apple TV 2025 could shine brightest. With support for Wi-Fi 7, the device is equipped to handle incredibly fast data transfer speeds, ultra-low latency, and the ability to keep dozens of gadgets connected simultaneously without choking the network. Combine that with integration of Thread and Matter to key standards for smart home devices, and suddenly Apple TV isn't just an Apple accessory, it's the universal translator that brings together products from Amazon, Google, Samsung, and countless others into one cohesive system. Always plugged in and always online, it becomes the central nervous system of your home, orchestrating everything behind the scenes so it just works. All of this ties into Apple's broader push into artificial intelligence. Apple's big initiative for 2025 is Apple Intelligence, a suite of AI-driven capabilities designed to run across iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Now, Apple TV is set to join the party. A reimagined version of Siri will be at the heart of this. Forget the limited, sometimes frustrating assistant of the past. This new Siri is designed to understand context, anticipate needs, and act proactively. You won't just be telling it what to do, you'll be living with an assistant that thinks ahead. Picture walking through the door and saying, "I'm home," and without further input the Apple TV dims the lights, adjusts the thermostat, turns on your favorite playlist, and displays ambient visuals on your television. Or imagine saying, "Let's start movie night," and in seconds the blinds come down, the lighting shifts into cinema mode, and your streaming service queues up the film you were watching last night. It's not reactive, it's predictive. One of the biggest missing pieces for Apple TV has always been the absence of a camera. That might finally be changing. Apple is reportedly working on either a built-in ultra-wide camera or a sleek attachable version designed to work seamlessly with the Apple TV. The possibilities here are massive. FaceTime calls on your television, complete with Apple's center stage tracking, would make long-distance conversations feel more natural. Shared watch parties, where you and your friends can sync up movies and shows while seeing each other's reactions in real time, become effortless. And with smart home integration, your television could even serve as a control center for security cameras, letting you monitor your space on the big screen. Apple has already experimented with bringing your iPhone's camera into Mac apps via continuity, and this feels like the next logical step. Another exciting development is the relationship between Apple TV and Apple Vision Pro, the company's high-end mixed reality headset. Think about watching a live sports event on your television, while your headset overlays real-time stats, instant replays, and alternate camera angles around you in 3D. Or picture pausing a Netflix show on your Apple TV, then slipping on the headset and continuing the experience inside a giant virtual cinema. Apple TV becomes the connective tissue between traditional television entertainment and immersive spatial computing. Instead of choosing between your TV and your headset, you get a system where the two work together. This evolution also ties deeply into Apple's ecosystem strategy. Each Apple device has its role. The iPhone is your personal command center, the Apple Watch monitors health, the Mac drives productivity, and now the Apple TV is set to become the brain of your household. It will integrate with HomePods for surround sound, pair with iPhones for effortless control, and connect with Vision Pro for immersive extensions of content. The idea isn't that any single device should do everything, but that each should amplify the others. Apple wants your home to feel like a single, intelligent environment rather than a collection of disconnected gadgets. Gaming and fitness are expected to get special attention in this new chapter. Thanks to the A18 Pro, Apple TV can finally handle console-quality visuals with features like real-time ray tracing and ultra-responsive controller support. Apple Arcade could expand with exclusive titles that not only look incredible on the TV but also offer crossplay with Vision Pro, letting you move between flat-screen and immersive experiences seamlessly. On the fitness side, Apple Fitness Plus is likely to take advantage of the Apple TV's new hardware too. With the addition of a camera, the system could monitor your movements during workouts, giving real-time feedback on your form, posture, and repetitions. Combine that with Apple Watch's health tracking, and suddenly your living room isn't just an entertainment center, it's also your gym. Of course, skeptics often point out that devices like Amazon's Fire Stick or Google's Chromecast offer streaming at a fraction of the cost. But Apple has never been interested in competing on price. They're not trying to win the streaming wars with cheap hardware. Instead, Apple is building something bigger, a unified ecosystem where every device you own strengthens the others. The Apple TV isn't just about video playback. It's about creating an invisible network of intelligence that enhances your daily life. That's something a $30 streaming stick will never deliver. Looking back, it's fascinating to see how far this journey has come. What started as a small box for iTunes rentals has quietly matured into a sophisticated platform that can power entertainment, communication, automation, and health. And now, in 2025, it looks like Apple is ready to bring it all together in a way that finally puts Apple TV at the center of its strategy. The most powerful technologies are often the ones that disappear into the background, the ones that feel natural and effortless. That seems to be Apple's vision here, a device that quietly manages your environment, entertains you with console-quality graphics, connects you with friends and family, integrates seamlessly with your smart home, and ties together the physical and digital worlds. It's not just about television anymore. It's about living in a space that feels alive, intelligent, and tailored to you. The Apple TV may have started as a hobby, but the 2025 model could transform it into the soul of the Apple ecosystem. It could become the device that anchors your digital lifestyle, the box that blends entertainment with intelligence, the invisible brain running your home. And if Apple truly delivers on these promises, the humble Apple TV might just turn out to be the most important product in your living room and maybe even in your life.